Hey guys, Abby here. I am going to do the 5 product challenge. This is really hard for me, especially because I like to have full coverage on my foundation. So I'm going to try my best to keep with the 5 products. Okay, the first product that I'm using is my concealer of choice. For this specific tutorial, because I'm going to be using it different ways, I'm going to be using the Revlon Age Defying Concealer. So I'm just going to first start by concealing any blemishes and redness. My skin's been pretty good lately, other than the fact that it has been terribly dry, and I'm really trying to do something about that. It hasn't really been breaking out much, except I have a couple spots. I'm going to use a fluffy, like, wide foundation brush to blend this in. Okay, now to try to get some type of coverage on my face, the way that I'm going to use this concealer, some may think of this as cheating, but I don't see it as cheating. So I am going to use my moisturizer that I use for my, like, under my makeup. This will also help with my dry skin, just to keep it hydrated. So I'm just going to put about 2 pumps on my hand. Same concealer, I'm just going to squeeze a little on top to try to achieve some coverage, and then I'm just going to blend it all together on the back of my hand. And I'm going to apply it the same way, just kind of distributing it. To blend it all in with my foundation brush right now, which is the stippling brush from Real Techniques. Okay, now for my under eye concealing, I'm just going to take that same concealer on the back of my hand, like so. And this concealer isn't real thick, it's a more thin concealer, but I'm going to take like just a teeny tiny bit of face lotion just to thin it down a little bit, because I do prefer a very thin consistency under eye concealer, because I think that I have trouble with concealer kind of getting into my lines and creasing underneath my eyes. So I'm just going to take that and blend it out with my ring finger. I'm keeping with very multi-purpose products, so I'm going to use the NYX Cream Blush in Rose Petal for my blush. Just a nice neutral pink. I'm going to apply it with a dual fiber brush. You could also apply this with your fingers as well. I just like the finish that this brush tends to give cream products and more pigmented. Now I'm going to take my regular face powder. This is product number 3, and this was actually between my face powder and another product for my eyes, but I had to go, after putting this kind of tinted moisturizer on, I really need to apply powder. It's just my comfort zone. I would never be comfortable leaving the house looking like this shiny as I do right now. And it's not greasy looking, it is just, I have to have powder. Even though I have dry skin, I have to. I just can't stand not powdering my face. So I'm going to be using Fit Me 120 with my Studio powder brush from e.l.f. And just make sure to powder really nicely, and make sure you don't forget to powder the cheeks where you apply that cream blush. It'll just blend the color out softly. Then I'm going to set my under eye concealer with just a fluffy blending brush. Make sure that doesn't go anywhere. And I think it's this 5 product challenge is kind of about like the techniques you use with everything and how you apply it and the different brushes. So now Onto eyes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same concealer. I'm just going to take a little teeny tiny bit of it on my finger and use this to just kind of even out my lids instead of a paint pot like I would normally use in primer. I'm just going to use this concealer very lightly just to even out my lids. Then I'm going to use again, multi-purpose product. This I actually use for my highlight, and I just think it's a really pretty color. It'll keep my eyes very bright. And this is a Pro Longwear eyeshadow from MAC in Carefree. It's just kind of like a buttery, golden white color. I'm just going to take it on a fluffy 217 style brush and just kind of fluff it all over my lid. It's just going to be very subtle but still gorgeous. And this is the part where if I would have put powder on, I probably would have, before I placed this eyeshadow, I would have put either a NYX Jumbo Pencil or a eyeliner and just kind of smudged it out to get a contour and use the same color just to get a different effect. So I'm just going to place that all over my eyelid, also in the inner tear duct. We'll be using this product later, so I'm keeping that out. Now, to finish off my eyes, I'm going to use mascara. I can't not wear mascara. I have such small lashes. To be comfortable going outside, I would probably need eyeliner, but again, I chose powder instead, so I will put on my mascara and be right back. So I have my mascara on. Again, I would really love eyeliner, but in keeping with the 5 challenge, I'm not going to add it. Now I'm going to do a cheek highlight, because again, I use a multi-purpose product. I'm going to take that Carefree eyeshadow, same brush I use for my under eye powder, and just highlight and bring some brightness to the top of my cheekbones and my under eye area. Now, last product, you don't have to use a lip product, but I, again, am taking this multi-purpose product, the cream blush from NYX, and just going to dab this on my lips. Just to kind of give a subtle pink, your lips but better color. So that is my 5 product challenge. Again, I will go through the products that I used. I used Revlon Age Defying Concealer, Fit Me Powder in 120, NYX Cream Blush in Rose Petal, MAC Pro Longwear Eyeshadow in Carefree, and Buxom Lash Mascara. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you soon.